Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Halle Bailey. And first and foremost, if y'all have not already, I need y'all to keep streaming Halle Bailey's new album, Love or Something Like It. I still am streaming it. I got my top songs that I got in rotation and all of the things. Y'all need to continue to stream this album. Continue to support the album, you guys. Continue to support. So that is number one. Number two, you guys, that we got to talk about is Halle Bailey stunning at the GQ Men, I believe it's the GQ Men of the Year Awards that was last night, and she looked incredible. She looked absolutely incredible, and she did a post as well, with her pictures and everything else. Looked amazing. I believe her co-star for her upcoming movie was there as well, you guys. So none of the less. That is number two. Halle Bailey stunning at GQ, right? Next, we got to talk about her movie. Her upcoming movie that she filmed in Italy. We got to talk about it, y'all. So, there is a People magazine exclusive. And it says the following. It says, Halle Bailey and Regé John Page. Sorry if I always say his name wrong. Regé. Sorry about butchering your name. My apologies. Shine in first look at feel-good rom-com You, Me, and Tuscany. Exclusive. The actors give people a first look at their sweet and sexy romantic comedy, You, Me, and Tuscany, and share the fabulous way they first met. Love is in the Tuscan air. Halle Bailey and Regé are gearing up to steam up the screen in a romantic comedy that promises fun twists, turns, and some terribly good-looking people. The two young stars sat down with People this week to give a sneak peek into their new Will Packer-produced film, You, Me, and Tuscany. It captivated me right away, says Bailey, about first reading the script by Brian and Kristen Eagle. The film follows her character, Anna, whose brash decision to become a squatter in an abandoned Tuscan... Oh, this is already going to be a key, man. To become a squatter in an abandoned Tuscan Valley villa owned by a man she barely knows, that leads to a whole new world of adventure, lies, and of course, love. What? Oh, this sounds like this is going to be a blast. I was very intrigued by Anna's storyline, says the singer and Little Mermaid star. By her character, by her vision and passion she has, and the wants and goals for herself. It is a really good, feel-good movie. For Paige, who plays a cousin of the Tuscan homeowner, Tuscan homeowner, it didn't take much to get him on board. Will Packer and I had a real short conversation, and then he just texted me Tuscany in the summer with a question mark. End of message, said Paige. What? With a laugh. You know what? That sounds like something Will Packer would do. It sounds like that's something Will Packer would do. Out of the blue, send you a text message, Tuscany in the summer, Patty wee wee in the winter, and you're like, huh? And you're like, wait, what? And so he was like, sure, why not? And so Paige had laughed at Will Packard's text, and he was like, yeah, I think we can do that. I think we can make that happen. And so then he continues, it's getting to hang out in the aspirational world with Halle Bailey and just live through being in love in this removed environment where you get to go discover yourself away from your everyday life. And the moment you meet Halle, you want nothing but good things for her, so there's no better vessel for that journey. Their actual meet cute was nothing short of fabulous. The two share that not long after signing on for the project, they first met. Well, guess where they met at? At the Met. At the Met! Of course you meet at the Met. Why wouldn't you meet anywhere else, you guys? Why wouldn't you? So they said that their actual, they're meeting at the Met. I had found out I was going to do the movie with him, and I was so excited because I'm a fan, she says. He's awesome. I've seen all of his stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, cool. You know what she saw? She like me. She saw Bridgerton season 1. She saw him in Bridgerton season 1 and was like, yes, I don't care what the movie is about. Sign me up. Sign on the dotted line. Let me get you to my team. Let me get you to all of the people. Let's get this paperwork finalized ASAP. I know what Halle is talking about. So then at this year's Met Gala, I remember I saw him, and you were wearing like all red. It was very weird because you're like nervous and you're like, oh, if I go up to this person, are they going to be nice? And then I'm like, we're doing a movie together. I'm just going to go up. See, there it is. Just take the initiative. Y'all are colleagues. Y'all are peers in this industry. Y'all are about to be co-stars in this movie together. Why not network? Why not introduce yourself? You're going to have to know each other either now or later anyways, because the film filmed this summer, right? So then from there, you guys, then Paige says it's kind of a wild place to meet someone, and we kind of just hung out. And those rooms can be pretty intimidating. It is a room full of every luminary in the world. So finding someone who's just like, hey, you want to be friends? Well, we're going to be friends. We're about to go on this great long holiday. Of course you are. Of course you are. So the pair said building chemistry came just as easy. The chemistry starts straight away, says Paige. Of course there was amazing chemistry, you guys. I didn't have to tell you that. Of course there was going to be chemistry, right? And so then Paige said you start filling out how the other person is, and it's just knowing that you can feel safe in someone else's company. And then Paige adds, you're thrown into the deep end. I think our first scenes in this movie were in the kitchen. It was very much like, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. I don't know if y'all recall that there were some kitchen scenes that had leaked earlier on in the filming, and there was speculation. Okay, is Halle Bailey going to be a chef? Is she teaching a cooking class? What is the mechanics of this picture, right? But nonetheless, Bailey says that she and her sister Chloe knew just how hot the kitchen would be with Paige. Y'all, did I call it or did I call it? Did I not say, catch this, y'all? Because I didn't previously read the article as I'm reading it now to y'all. It says, we watched Bridgerton and we freaked out like everyone else in the world. Thank you! That was why there was going to be chemistry, you guys. That was why there was going to be chemistry, because once you saw him in Bridgerton season 1, no questions asked, you guys. And so she says of his smoldering star-making turn as the hit show's Duke of Hastings. She was like, you have to tell me if he's nice. Did you? Paige asked Bailey. Of course, she responds with a laugh. I told my sister he's so cool, and the feeling is mutual. And he said, look at this face. It is hard to kind of not fall into Halle's eye, says Paige. I'm feeling the flirting, even though I think they both got significant others. But I'm feeling the flirting. I am feeling you guys selling the chemistry, selling the magic, all of this. I need to see a video version of this interview ASAP, you guys. I need to see the video receipt of this interaction. But it says, look at this face. It's hard not to kind of fall into Halle's eyes, says Paige. I mean, honestly, the best thing about meeting Halle is seeing other people meet Halle, particularly tiny people who are just as confused that she has legs. He says of her Little Mermaid fans, they're like, where did the tail go? Where are the fins? The pair got that filming on location in stunning Tuscany made falling in fake love all the more easy. Tuscany was beautiful, she says. It looks like you're in a screensaver. I tried to do lots of stuff out there. I went to cooking classes and we were in the vineyard a lot. And Paige added, I spent a lot of time just driving, taking in the landscape. It's a real treat to escape the world of the movie like that. Bailey also got to experience it all with her actual love of her life, the 23-month-old son, Halo, who she shares with ex DDG. Now, we could have just redacted the name. We didn't have to put in there because, as y'all know, the foolishness with that. But I just feel very blessed to be able to show him things I didn't see at that age. She says having to, having her little tot on location. He was running around. I'm sure he probably won't remember, but I love taking pictures. I can't wait to be like, you were on set with mommy this day. As for running, Paige says Halo gets it from his mom. There's a scene where I'm meant to be chasing Halle down and it's meant to be easy and it's not easy, he says with a laugh. He says Halle is like an Olympic athlete level fast. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. And so none of the less, he then says from there, Halle agrees and says, I tell him I think I can beat you in a race, says Paige. You owe me a rematch. You, Me, and Tuscany is in theaters April 10th. Oh, this just sounds like a joy. This sounds like such a blast, you guys. I am so happy for Halle. I am so happy because now she can focus in on doing the press junket for this movie, you guys. But I'm going to need on the music side, can her label book her on some appearances on Jimmy Kimmel, on Jimmy Fallon? Can we get her to Good Morning in America or the Today Show? Can we get her on CBS Mornings? Can we get her somewhere to perform some songs off the album? Like, it's like you blinked and you missed it, but I am going to continue streaming it. But I'm excited for this upcoming movie, you guys. And I am feeling the flirting. I am feeling the chemistry. I am feeling the energy from these two, and I want them to keep it up. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.